Okay, let's jump into something that really affects a lot of people, especially if you live in a city: vehicle emission restrictions.
Yeah, definitely. And you sent over some really interesting stuff on this.
We did a very personal story and also a headline that just shows the scale of it.
Right.
So today we're doing a deep dive into how these rules, actually work out on the ground, and one person's pretty surprising reaction.
It's fascinating, isn't it, how these big policies, sort of top-down things, suddenly become very real dilemmas for individuals.
Exactly, not theoretical at all.
Oh, real cars, real people, real decisions.
So this first source really brings it home. Picture this. Someone has a Peugeot 307. It's 20 years old,
Okay.
but it's perfectly maintained, runs like a dream, apparently, and they hardly use it maybe 5,000 kilometers a year, max.
Right, so very low mileage. And it's a Euro 3 standard car.
Euro 3, yeah. And because of that, the rules in their town were, well, pretty clear.
Ah, the restrictions. So what were they?
Driving only allowed after 7 p.m. on weekdays or any time on the weekend.
Hmm.
Okay.
Manageable, maybe, for low usage?
Until it isn't. So here's the kicker. They had an emergency one afternoon, needed the car, drove it during the restricted
Oh
time.
boy, got stopped.
Yep. Pulled over by the police, slapped with a €1 fine.
Ouch.
And they tried explaining, it was an emergency. I barely drive this. Everyone knows I usually cycle.
But the authorities.
Basically, tough luck. The fine stood. No exceptions, no waiver. Just unlucky.
Wow. That really highlights attention, doesn't it? These rules, they're kind of blunt instruments sometimes.
They are designed for averages, maybe, but they hit everyone the same way within that category.
Right. Even someone barely using a well-kept older car gets the same penalty as perhaps a much heavier user of a similar standard vehicle. Doesn't quite capture the nuance.
And the reaction: immediate, decisive.
What did they do?
According to the source, that fine was the absolute last straw. They went straight from that police interaction to a car dealership,
No kidding.
bought an electric car, and scrapped the Peugeot, the perfectly good Peugeot.
Wow. Okay, that is quite a response. What was the reasoning? Just the fine.
It was deeper than just the 150, it seems. They talked about wanting to escape the perversion, their word, of constantly tracking Euro standards.
Ah, yeah. Euro 3, 4, 5, 6. It gets complicated.
Totally. They just wanted freedom. Freedom to drive whenever they needed without checking the clock or the day, looking ahead maybe another 20 years given how little they drive.
It makes sense from that perspective. Get ahead of the curve, maybe. So, what's their verdict on the electric car now?
They're converts, called EVs, better machines, like a more evolved technology.
Okay.
And they highlighted the savings. Maintenance is a big one. No more expensive services, oil changes, filter changes. Brakes last longer, too, apparently.
And the running costs.
Yeah, if you can charge at home, they've reckoned the economics work out well. Less stress overall.
So their advice, especially for others in northern Italy facing similar rules, is basically consider switching.
Pretty much. Save yourself the stress. They said it's hard to go back once you switch to electric.
Interesting perspective.
Yeah.
It connects directly to that other source, the news headline.
Right, from Corriere della Sera, it mentioned a big change coming in October.
Yeah, the diesel Euro 5 ban, that's not an old standard, really.
No. And it's set to affect over 1 million vehicles.
1 million. Across Lombardy, Piedmont, Veneto, Emilia-Romagna. Major regions.
So this person's story, it's not isolated. It's part of a much bigger shift driven by these regulations.
Definitely. It shows, how these big environmental goals translate very quickly into individual impacts.
So pulling this together for you, the listener, you can see how regulations aimed at, say, cleaner air can suddenly force your hand.
Yeah, they can push people towards making different choices, like buying an electric car maybe much sooner than they ever planned.
And there's that paradox, isn't there? A well-maintained, low-mileage, older car
Perfectly functional,
gets forced off the road by rules designed to cut pollution.
which then leads directly to buying a new car, Right. with all the resources that involves.
It really makes you think, doesn't it, about balancing the big goals with individual lives, property, how people actually use things.
And the unintended consequences. Strict rules hit the real world, people react, and sometimes they take a completely different road than expected.
So, a final thought to leave you with. How do we design policies that achieve environmental aims without creating these kinds of sharp edges or unexpected outcomes for individuals just trying to get by?
It's a tough balance. If this deep dive got you thinking, maybe drop a comment below. We'd genuinely love to hear what you think about it.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know your thoughts. Hey, if you found this interesting, maybe give it a like or subscribe for more deep dives like this. It really helps us out.